Good day, everybody. Welcome to Smoke Showing with Jay. I have an interesting, well, not really interesting. I just screwed up. So we're going to smoke a turkey breast, but this is a 2-day process. I recorded the whole video yesterday, got my turkey brining. It was an awesome video, but I got a new mic and I was so excited to try it out that I didn't turn the mic on. So I have a whole video that I just talked and talked and talked with no sound. So we're going to reverse engineer this turkey breast. It's an 8-pound turkey breast. Like I said, it's a 2-day process. It's been brining overnight, and then we're going to smoke it today. It's going to smoke for 2 to 3 hours. But I also wanted to show you guys something that I have created, and I just wanted to share it with you. I'm pretty proud of it. This is called Delilah the Doodlebug. You guys can see it. I'll probably put the link in the bottom. This is a kid's book that I wrote and illustrated as well. I use Canva, which is a graphics program, because I'm not that creative. But that's what it looks like. But I wrote this all. No AI, none of that weird stuff. This is real writing, like the old days. And I'm hoping to write a couple more. So if you guys have kids or you want to support me with my book, I would really appreciate it. It's available on Amazon all across the world, so I appreciate it. This goes way out of my comfort level. I'm a very humble person. I generally don't share my life very well, just like these YouTube videos. That's one of the reasons I started doing them, is because I am very humble and I generally don't share my world. But I have such a love for smoking and I love writing books. So I always wanted to write a full novel, but I just could never really get that whole experience. But so one night I was laying in bed and Delilah popped into my head and her little world was created. So I'm hoping to do a couple more books. I have 2 more that are almost done, but that'll be a while before they go out. So like I said, you guys like and want to support the channel, or you have kids or grandkids or nieces and nephews and you want to share a book, the book is for approximately 18 months to about 7 years old, maybe 8 years old. It's just a cute story and I'm really proud of it, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. So thank you for tolerating my 1.5 minutes of me yakking about my book, because I really do appreciate it. So like I said, I have a new mic, so hopefully the sound is a whole lot better. I've done a couple tests and I think the sound is far better than it was before. So but like I said yesterday, I was so excited that I didn't turn the mic on when I did the whole video on getting this turkey breast ready for today. So I apologize. We're going to reverse engineer this a little bit. So to begin with, the first ingredients you're going to need for the brine, and here's our turkey. He's brining away in there. Take this out of the way, excuse me. So you're going to need 2 cups of hot water. I just use a measuring cup and I boil the water in the microwave. You're going to need about 8 cups of cold water after that. This one actually ended up using probably 10 cups. And then you need a 1/2 cup of sea salt, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 1 medium onion, all cut up. You don't have to do a grate. I just quarter it. Real simple. And you can use white or red. The recipe calls for white, and I usually use white. But if you have red, that might be really good too. 6 sprigs of fresh thyme, and I freeze my thyme. We buy it in these little packages, but you get quite a bit of thyme in there. So, thyme, no pun intended. You get lots of thyme pieces in there. So I throw them in the freezer and then I just use them as we need them. And so far I haven't really noticed any differences in the flavor. And then you need peppercorns. I always have peppercorns around because we grind our pepper. We have a grinder. Pepper is so much better when you grind it yourself, but that's just my opinion. I also have regular ground pepper around the house because I use this for briskets and other things. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take your turkey out, and I'll show you my turkey right here that's been in this brine. Like I said, I apologize. We're going to reverse engineer this a little bit. So this is going to come out. This is a big one. So this is an 8-pound turkey breast. So this is going to smoke for about 3 hours, give or take. So that, ooh, just about dropped it. That would have been good. It would have ran away. So you can see all the peppercorns popping off. All right. So this is going to go over here. I'm going to set it down because you need to really dry your turkey. There's my thyme. It's in here. This is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see. It looks just like a mess. So I have all my onions that I cut up and everything else that's in here. So how I did this, just so you all know, I boiled 2 cups of hot water, or 2 cups of water, just in my microwave. Keep it simple. Throw it in a measuring cup, throw it in the microwave it for 2 minutes, dump it into your quart. This is my regular, just my stock pot that I have with my set. I don't have any fancy pots and pans, just regular stuff. So put your 2 cups of boiling water into the stock pot. Then you're going to add your sea salt. 1.5 cup of sea salt, dump that in. 1/4 cup of brown sugar. For those of you that don't know, I'm on keto. I love it. But for this recipe, I do use the brown sugar. It adds very minuscule amounts of calories because it's really just a brine. I'm sure some people will disagree with me, and that's okay. I'm not a dietitian. Just I know from the flavor that it just imparts just a little bit of flavor, so I don't really think it's getting a whole lot in there. If somebody knows, please let me know in the comments below. Maybe I'll just stop using the brown sugar. But it does add just a little bit of sweetness that you really want in this. Then I throw my medium onion in as well, and then I throw my thyme in, and then I throw my black peppercorns in. It's supposed to be 1 tablespoon of black peppercorns. I don't measure. I just dump them in because I like peppercorns, so it all goes in. Give that a whisk. All right, get it all dissolved. In the recipe, which I have from, it's called Oklahoma Joe's. I believe they make smokers. I got this from their website. I'll try and put the link below to the specific recipe, but this is actually for smoked turkey breasts. But I'm doing the whole kit and caboodle right here. So I'll dump some of that water out. I'm going to have to start drying it. So, but I'm doing the whole thing, about 8 pounds. So, but I'll still put a link in the bottom. This is a great recipe. I make it all the time. Well, I make it usually 3 times a year, give or take. All right. So you're going to mix that all up. Then I add the 6 cups of water. All right. Then I give it another big whisk. All right. One of the guys I watch, one of the chefs I watch, who cooks just normal, regular food. Well, he does some really cool stuff. He calls it whiskey business. I don't want to steal that, but I'll put his link below too, just because he's really cool. And he cooks a lot of just normal stuff for the rest of us, and he does a lot of cool things. So I'll put his link below as well. I don't want to steal his slogans, but it's pretty cool. Then you submerge your turkey breast into the water, and then what I like to do is I'll fill it up so it's probably 1 inch from the top of the rim inside my colander here. Not my colander, my stock pot. Usually that will cover the whole entire turkey, but if you have a little bit sticking up, it's not a big deal, because then you put the lid on so the moisture does evaporate and drops back down on the turkey. So then you're going to want to let it sit in there for 12 to 14 hours. Okay. So right now it's been in for 20 hours. So it should have lots of good flavor in here. Then the next step we're going to do, obviously we have taken it out. So I'm going to move this out of the way. Excuse my back. Move this out of the way as well. All right. So we got our turkey. And like I said, it's very important to have whatever you're smoking as dry as possible. So we're going to take some paper towels. Normally, I would have taken this out of the fridge this morning, and I would have put it back. I would have taken this out of, take the whole thing out of the fridge, take the turkey breast out of the stock pot, and I would have put it back in the fridge to dry out. But I totally forgot about it because I've been helping a neighbor do some stuff and some other things that came up that I had to do. So we're just going to do this the old-fashioned way. All right, so we're going to just dry this off. This one may not take as much smoke as we want it to, but that's okay. It's still an amazing, amazing recipe. That's why I'm sharing it with you. Every recipe I share with you guys, I've tried at least once in the past. All right, so I would not set you guys wrong, because if you take a look at me, obviously I like food. So, all right, so that's all good to go. All right, I'll be right back throwing this in the garbage. All right. So now our next step is we are going to take 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, but I'm probably not going to use that much. I'm probably only going to use about a tablespoon of brown sugar, right? Because I don't really want the brown sugar on the outside, but I'll use just a little bit because I do need that on the coating. It helps crisp it up. And I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of paprika, tablespoon of onion powder, tablespoon of garlic, tablespoon of dried oregano, and then black pepper, and a 1/4 cup of melted butter. All right. So I'm going to melt the butter, and then I'm going to mix all of this seasonings into that butter, and then we are going to coat the whole entire outside of this turkey breast. All right. So this is a pretty big, like I said, this is a pretty big turkey breast. Basically, they just took the legs and the arms off, or the legs and the wings off by the looks of it. So I got this one from Aldi. I've never bought an Aldi turkey before, so we'll give it a shot. And then I'm going to smoke this with cherry wood. I like cherry wood. It gives it a nice, rich red color, and it just looks amazing, and it imparts a really nice flavor. So that is our next step, is to get the seasoning ready. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back with you, and then we're going to make the seasoning blend for this, and then it's going to go on the smoker because this is our dinner tonight. All right. Peace, love, and Delilah the Doodlebug in the Meadow, available on Amazon. Appreciate it. So we're back. So I melted my butter. I got a 1/4 cup of melted butter right in here. All right. Now I'm going to start putting my ingredients in. It says 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, but we'll get to that at the end. So I got my paprika, 2 tablespoons of this right here. Oh. Ooh, almost out of paprika. That's no good. So we got our paprika in there. And you guys will notice that I am wearing gloves today. I do wear gloves with certain things when I'm handling poultry. I always wear gloves. So that's just what I do. But you do whatever you would like to do for you. So 1 tablespoon of onion powder, or it says onion flakes, but I just use onion powder and it works great. Well, I guess that's been sitting for a while. I live in Florida, so it's really humid. So your spices all get like this. I really wish there was some way of storing all of my spices so they don't get all humid, but I don't think that's really feasible because I have a lot of spices. So, all right. So a tablespoon of onion. Don't overfill your onion because it can be very overpowering on this recipe. Garlic, my favorite. Feel free to go extra on the garlic. I like garlic, so we eat a lot of garlic. So if any vampires are coming to our house, they may have a hard time. All right. Dried oregano from Aldi, like 99 cents. And from what I've read, this is McCormick's seasoning sold to Aldi. So, and I can't tell the difference. All right, that's going in that little mixture there. Got to flip over my recipe. All right, so 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. But I like black pepper, so it's probably 3/4, almost a whole tablespoon, because I really like it. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of brown sugar in. I'm not doing the whole 3 tablespoons because I don't want that on there. It already has a little bit of sweetness in it. So I'm just going to do 1/3 of that. I'm going to use 1 tablespoon if I can get it to come out. Dum-da-dum. All right, close enough. All right, that's close enough. Not a big deal. I do use the recommended amount, though, when I do the brine for this. All right. So now I just take this and I mix it all up. Give it a really good mix, okay? You want to get all of that mixed through, because then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our hands in here. And this is going to get rubbed all over the turkey. And then the turkey is going to go out to the smoker. And we're going to start having some amazing goodness from this. So mix, mix, mix. And you get a nice paste with this. It's a pretty thick paste. I'll show you guys that in a minute here. All right, so you get a nice thick paste. Hopefully you can see that. All right. One thing else I forgot to get ready, which I'll do right now, is I need to get my ink bird. Love this thing. This is my thermometer. This is a wired one. You can get this on sale all the time. So I want to have this ready because I want to do it while my hands are all mucked up and in a mess. So I'll get that ready now. So one of the main things if you're just starting out smoking, you need a good meat thermometer for when it's cooking. Plus you need a decent one, just a instant probe. All right, so now we have our turkey. Gobble, gobble. Oops, I'm making a mess here. I start on the top. Still pretty wet. So I'm going to grab some more paper towel here, and we're going to dry this up. All right, we're going to dry this off some more. Like I said, I think I've mentioned in several other videos, and if you guys are watching videos, wet meat does not take smoke very well. So, all right, so I'm going to give, it started to separate a little bit, the butter, so I'm going to give this another little whisk together, get this sucker going. So, all right, so here we go. Now, I'm going to take this, set this down. I just use my fingers. It's nice and warm, so just coat it on. I'm going to put a nice coating over this. For some reason, it's not spreading very well today. That's okay. All right, so we're going to coat this sucker, and you're going to use all of this. If you have some left over, I'm going to shove it under the skin a little bit. I use all of this up. So, but for some reason, it's not sticking very well. I'm guessing it's a little wet. Usually this sticks really nice. So, oh well. One of those days. So I'm going to shove some of this under the skin. And then the other cool thing about this is you're going to baste this bird as you're cooking it with butter. So, all right. Here we go, still seasoning. So I actually just read the recipe a second ago as you saw me looking down. I guess I was supposed to not mix it all together, but every time I've made this is how I do it. So hopefully I didn't screw it up. I was supposed to just season the chicken or the turkey, which I'm sure some of you are going to go, yep, dumb butt. That's what you were supposed to do. I was supposed to just put the seasoning on the outside and then spread the butter over top, but this is what I do every other time, and it's worked out well so far. And I have some left over, so I'm going to put it right here in the cavity, get some of that internal flavor going. So I may not get all the seasoning the way I really wanted it because I screwed up, but hey, this is part of smoking. So, but as I have a video, I guess I should really read the instructions all the way through, right? But you know, this is Mother Nature, and this is how the real world is. I'm not a chef. I'm just a guy that wants to share my love and my passion for smoking with you guys. So, all right. So, I'm guessing we're not going to get the huge amount of flavor that we really wanted with this bird, but that's okay. I will let you know when I try it. So, cool. All right, all. So we got that going. I got quite the mess. And next time, don't mix the butter in. Just make the seasoning and then pour some butter over top. So, but we're getting it in there. We're getting some seasoning deep inside the cavity of the bird. So we should still have some really good flavor here. Plus the cherry wood's going to add a lot of good flavor to this. So, and I'll season this as we go. I'll keep drenching. I'll put a little bit more of the seasoning on dry as I go here. Yeah. Oh well, live and learn, right? But tell me how the sound is. So, but all right. So I'm gonna take my gloves off because this has to go out to the smoker, and I don't want to trash this all the way through my house and on my phone because my phone is the remote control for my camera. So, all right. I will see you all out at the smoker. All right. So we are back out here at the smoker. We are going to be smoking at 250 degrees. I need to lift this up a little bit. So right now I'm just getting some smoke. This is smoking at a little bit higher temperature than normal. I'm going to open up our smoker here. Lots of good smoke in there. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. I'm just going to step over here. I need to look at my remote. See what you guys are seeing. Perfect. Step back away. All right. So when I'm smoking in my upright and I'm doing a turkey breast, I take that top rack off. That's usually where I smoke. So, but I have moved my probe down. We're going to take our big old breast here, put it in, and I do breast up, just so you guys know. I don't have a water pan in today, but I do have some bunch of goodness here. I'm going to just set on top, and it's going to like baste over as it goes. As it melts, it's going to melt and then just sort of baste the turkey. So there we go. It's in there. I will see you guys in about an hour when it's the first basting time. Like I said, this is about a 3-hour smoke, and we're going to smoke at about 250. All right. I will see you guys in a bit. Peace, love, and hair grease. All right. So we are at 40 minutes. So we are going to baste this. Ooh, looking good already. Get some light in here for you guys. All right. So we are at 40 minutes. So we're going to pull this out just a little bit. Not much because I don't want it dripping all over. So some of the drippings, as you can see, there's some of that seasoning in there. That's what came off of the turkey. So we're just going to, smear this on. A little butter right now. So remember, every time you open your smoker, you are not smoking. You're losing heat. But this is an important step for this process. And the reason it is because this will give your turkey a nice, good, crisp shell, skin. All right. So there we go. We're up to 75 degrees in the bird already, and our temperature dropped almost 70 degrees for that little short time. So remember, if it's open, you're not smoking. All right, see you guys in another 40 minutes. All right, so another 45 minutes has gone by. Ooh, and it is looking really good. Internal temperature is 108. Not sure if you guys can see that. Looks pretty dang good. We're going to baste her. It's a really hot day today in Florida. It's like 90 degrees, so. All right. That's looking really good. Slide this out of the way. All right, I will see you guys again in a few minutes. Probably another 40 minutes, and I'm going to put some bacon and stuff around here because that's what I do. All right, peace, love, and hair grease. All right, so we've been on just over 2 hours. So probably be our last base, butter base. As we got a storm rolling in, which is not abnormal for us. Oops, something's beeping. A little smoky, which is good. And as you guys can see, I got some bacon in here because that's what I always do. I always cook extra stuff. So I will see you guys in a few minutes. Probably got another half hour and she'll be coming off. So, all right. So we are up to temperature. Probably can't see it, but I had a little grease fire. I was cooking some bacon wrapped pickles as well, and for some reason I had a grease fire, so I probably wrecked the turkey breast. I have never experienced that before, but we will see. So I will see you guys inside. I'm going to pull it off and let it rest for about 20 minutes, and then I will see you on the inside. All right, peace, love, and hair grease. All right, welcome back. Uh, we had a little grease fire. I cooked some bacon. What else? Oh, some bacon. I was trying to do some double smoked bacon and pickles. I'll show you. And for some reason, I had a little grease fire. So I fried those up pretty good. Never had that happen before. And my smoker was actually clean. I know, that's just weird. But it was actually clean, so I don't quite understand why we had that little fire in the bottom. It was in the very bottom, like 3 feet away. So we do have, it's really juicy. There's tons of juice over here. So we did get a little bit of bad smoke on here, so hopefully it didn't wreck it too bad. We shall find out, though. It looks pretty good. We're going to taste it. I just want to see if I have how much bad smoke I have on it and if I wrecked it. Got a little bit of bad smoke, but it's not bad. It's really juicy. I don't know if you can see it squish out. Probably not. Tons of juice. Can't see it, but it's definitely very juicy. Let's try a little bit deeper piece and see if it has that little bad smoke flavor. Nope, that one's good. So overall, not a loss, which is good, but I'm not impressed. I don't understand why I had a grease fire. So, but it is what it is. It's one of those things when you smoke and you add other things to your smoker. So, but it is what it is. So, thanks for watching. Peace, love, and hair grease, and hope you guys make it. You don't have the bad success that we did. It's still really good, but I hope you don't have a grease fire. So don't cook bacon with it. All right? Live long and prosper. Nanu, nanu. Peace, love, and hair grease. See y'all in the next one.